Thank you and welcome to Key Factors presented by theraceguide.com.au. Stu Rich and Mike Wood here to take you through the card at Randwick this weekend. It is Epsom Metrop Day, one of the best race days that Sydney has to offer. Mike, we've got plenty of tips coming the viewers' way this week. We need some value. We need some best bets getting up. And well, look, off the top, I'm going to say this is one of my favourite race days. I get very, very excited. But how about some of the match races that we've got here on Saturday in a preview to the Everest?
Yeah, serious Group 1 horses and Group 1 horses that we know and love coming up against each other. Nature Strip, the dynamic on Pacer.
Oh, that's going to be great.
Can he bounce back and beat Classique Legend, who is so good first up? He's flopped before second up. So we'll see what progression says in the key factors later on. A Hungry Heart versus Dame Giselle, that's what I'm looking forward to. The Flight Stakes, a cracking race, the 1,600 metres. Which filly's going to like it the best? Yeah,
that's going to be a great race, and so too is the Epsom. And look, I know this is a much deeper race, Mike, but how about the love here between Probabile and Funstar? The T-Rose coming through that. Of course, the Flight Stakes last year as well. I think they've met about 6 times, so there's another match race.
Incredible matchup. If they run the Quinella, you want to be on for sure. The Metrop, a great race as well. Not so many matchups there, but Zabrowski's is going to be hard to beat, I reckon. Yeah,
it's going to be a great day's racing, and of course, we are here to bring you 5 big races on the day, Mike. But of course, it is sunny weather. We are going for a good track, and well, how hard is it going to get?
Well, the rain has come on a Friday the last few weeks, if you remember, and just taken the fire out of the track. But this weekend, there's no rain forecast. It could be very, very firm. They could be running well below evens. And watch out for that near pace and near rails bias if it is firm.
Yeah, of course. We've seen that at Randwick. Let's have a look now, Mike. 5 big races. We've got Group 1s and Group 2s all across the card. But the 2-year-olds, have they caught your eye this week?
They have, but the key factors, you can put that in the bin for the 2-year-olds because all you're doing is looking at trials, all you're doing is looking at confirmation and trying to guess how they're going to go. I'll leave that to the owners and trainers to bet on. Race 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, the Epsom, the Metrop, 2 classic Group 1s. I love them.
All right, well, so that leaves us with the Flight Stakes to kick things off. And, well, this is going to be a great race, the first group race that we're looking at this weekend, Mike. And let's have a look at the market because Hungry Heart is the $2.30 favourite. But we've got the first 4 over the line here in the T-Rose, and they are the top 4 in the betting. So Hungry Heart here at $2.30. Does it have the advantage out to the mile? We'll see. Dame Giselle, $2.70. We've been on the last few. The winner of the Silver Shadow, the Furious, the T-Rose, just loving us a little bit of the change-up speed here. How much has this horse got to give? Montefilia on the third line, $8.50 there. With 6 weeks between runs into the T-Rose, we know this horse can probably lift. Vangelic, $10. It is a fighter. And then we've got Joviality coming through the mid-weeks, the I Am Invincible filly, and out to Miraval at $13. At just start number 3, that one in the T-Rose. So we know it's got some great closing splits. But Hungry Heart and Dame Giselle, well, they were the favourites last time, and there wasn't too much between them.
Yeah, match-up number 1 of the key factors tonight. Let's see how we're going to go. Looking at 1 replay only. There's only 1 replay we need to know because there's so many coming through the lead-up run. Dame Giselle, she loomed up, she kicked clear. I know there's a slight question at 1,600 metres, but if she had something to chase, could she put another length or 2 in them? Hungry Heart, very strong to the line, a smaller filly. If the tempo's on, she'll be hard to beat. Vangelic, pretty tough on pace. And Montefilia, she'll love the mile as well, won't she, Stu?
She will. And look at those 4. They've just cleared out from the rest, so they are all there. The ones in the market. And I guess a lot of people probably going to jump on Hungry Heart's bandwagon there up to the mile.
The winner will come out of those 4 and probably the top 2, you're right.
All right, well, let's dissect the Flight Stakes. It's the first one we're having a look at this weekend. Of course, over the mile, and Dame Giselle with the form here. Well, it's got the form. It's the winner.
We just saw the replay. You don't need an analyst. Light her up.
Okay, so she's the one they have to catch up to here, Mike. And, of course, as we always do with the key factors, running our own little mini-race to the top right-hand side of the screen. Who has got the progression?
Well, Hungry Heart's a lighter frame type. She was pretty fit in the yard second up, so maybe not too much more to give. Miraval's a big type. She can improve. A lighter can improve, but it doesn't really matter.
Okay, so they're the 2 outsiders there. What about the distance?
Yeah, Hungry Heart, well documented. The 1,600 metres should be better, especially if there's tempo. Montefilia in the same boat. And Miraval, that was a good finish. She'll enjoy the 1,600 metres too. Okay,
so Hungry Heart levels up to the other favourite, Dame Giselle. But there goes Dame Giselle with this dry track.
In my head, I could not split these 2 fillies until I saw the forecast. Rock hard track, fast closing sectionals. the more powerful filly is suited.
Yeah, you're all about profiling at theraceguide.com.au. That's what Dame Giselle seemed to have there, and we'll position and run. We can go through this.
Yeah, it's a little bit risky barrier one, isn't it? But she has to get out at some stage. Surely there's only 7 horses in the race, Stu.
Okay, so it's Dame Giselle just by a length there in the end from Hungry Heart, as we've had a look at the Flight Stakes. And, well, Mike, you've pretty much said it. The form all comes from those 4. We saw the replay. $2.80 Dame Giselle. You have been in its corner the last few weeks. We have got the cash from this horse. Hungry Heart's only a length behind. And, I mean, can any of these other horses turn the tables, Montefilia and Evangelic?
Well, I think Hungry Heart, Montefilia, Evangelic, if the rain came at all, they would all love it.
Yep.
Because they're tough types, they can stick onto the line, and tempo is going to be a massive factor on Saturday. If the leader goes very, very hard, Dame Giselle might get worn out. But it's hard to go really, really hard when the track's so firm. Hard for jockeys to judge the tempo. I think they're going to go steady to slow, and Dame Giselle will sprint too quickly.
Might just control it in the small field. Dame Giselle there for us in the Flight Stakes to kick off proceedings on Epsom Day, which takes us to race number 6. It's the Premier Stakes, and will we get to have another look at Nature Strip here? But wow, it's a nice little field. It's Nature Strip though, $1.75. Is there a little potential Chautauqua factor in here, Mike? We only look at 4 factors, yes. But hey, is it jumping as well? Is it as good as it was? We know it was blazed late by G-Tra in the Concord. J-Mac was obviously dumped in the trial, and then slowish in the other trial. We've got Classic Legend there, $3.10, the Flashy Grey. Big win in the shorts. Lesbridge saying it's the best horse he's ever trained. And then here we go, 3 top-class sprinters, 2 Everest slots left. Can one of these jump in? We've got Fasika at $11. Well, I expected a lot more fresh. It did jump favourite. Libertini, $12. This is resuming. I mean, it's trialling well. Is this horse back? And, of course, Standout. Well, there was big money there for it in the shorts behind Classic Legend. And Sterling Alexio saying it's got that X factor to get into the Everest, Mike. But is Nature Strip the one they're all still got to chase in the Everest?
I think so. And keep saying Libertini trialled well because she can eat up some more of the market. She's got none on Saturday. Let's have a look at some second up runs. Last preparation and see what these horses can do second up. First up, well documented, Nature Strip flopped, but he often flops first up on a strong tempo 1,000 metres, and Classic Legend was strong. This is Nature Strip, second up, last preparation. Just when you think this horse is not going as well as you think, he fires away, wins by 3 lengths, beating horses like Redzel. Very, very hard to beat on Saturday.
I have never been able to catch this horse.
Yeah, me neither, but we know his pattern now at least.
We know he's good. We know you're going to have to take a short price, but that's what we're here to help you try and figure out if that is the right thing to do. Well, Classic Legend, Mike, we know this horse is good. It is one of the Everest favourites. It has come back in great style, but we're going to have a look at this race last year, and it is the Premier Stakes, and of course Brutal's in the race here, Mike, but look, it didn't win this day, but is it going to get the same sort of conditions?
Well, this is the question I've got for this horse, and Lesbridge knows he's a good horse. We all know he's a good horse, and over 1,100 metres fresh, he's absolutely dynamic, but is he a warrior? This is second up last preparation, 1,200 metres. The acid was on, and he got done. The last 100 metres, he wasn't making ground. Just not sure about him.
Okay, so he might need to be as good as Lesbridge thinks he is this weekend, but what a race we've got in store here, the Premier Stakes. Let's have a look if the key factors can help us find the winner. And, well, basically, we know we've got 2 horses in the market here, Mike, and, well, let's see if Nature Strip is worthy of $1.75.
Yeah, Dirty Work gives you a bit of a form line between them. Classic Legend slightly better than Nature Strip first up.
Okay, so Classic Legend there with the form. Who can progress here second up? Those replays said it all.
It wasn't the normal Nature Strip, was it? We know he's got a lot more in the locker.
Okay, well, there we go. Nature Strip is now out by a length, and we're going over the distance here.
Yep, they're all pretty much okay.
Okay, let's get on to the track conditions. Who likes a dry, fast track?
Joe Pride's hoping for sequel. Absolutely love Randwick and do something, get into the Everest. But she's got a lot of ground to make up.
Well, they all do. Look at that. 3, 4 and about 5 lengths here. Nature Strip goes further ahead with position in run.
Yeah, surely he gets to the lead, even if he jumps slightly tardily. There's just no fast horses in this race. Yeah,
he's going to go straight to the lead here. He's out by 2 lengths there from Classic Legend, a mile back to the rest. They have all the work cut out to chase this $1.75 favourite, Mike, and you're basically saying here he is going to run them into the ground.
I think so, and you know how much I love Classic Legend.
Yeah, true.
One of my favourite horses, a fantastic horse. I didn't back him first up and I'm still dirty, but if you look at the data, you look at the numbers, Nature Strip only needs to produce his best. He should win on Saturday for sure.
I love seeing a margin there on key factors, and that's what we just saw with Nature Strip from
Are you with him though? That's the question. Have I convinced you?
I might be having a bet on Saturday, Mark. I've got to jump on board at some stage. There's a look at 2 races this weekend at Randwick. Stick around after the break. All the other big ones, the Group 1's coming your way. Welcome back to Key Factors, presented by theraceguide.com.au, and it is time for the Group 1 Epsom over the mile, the time-honoured race at Randwick. Can't wait to get there on Saturday. So many memories from this race over the years, and we've got Star of the Seas favourite. Doesn't this horse just deserve to break through in a Group 1? He has come back better than ever, just done by Natoya in the Doncaster. Gets a great run here from the inside with Nash on board. Probabile, $6 is the second favourite, little between her and Funstar. Obviously the pattern is key with Probabile. She'll be getting back. We've got Rock on the third line, $6.50. Love the Cameron win. Is he going better than last year's fifth? I'd probably say so. We've got Funstar, $10. Right out there. Geez, that and all that form coming in with Probabile. Imaging, $13, right there in the George Main. Wild Planet charging over Funstar in the Theo Marks. And, of course, Mr. Seawolf, $16. He's going as well as ever at 9 years old and taking out the Chelmsford. But, Mike, this is full of stars. This is the Group 1 mile. This is what we love from racing.
Very, very good horses and a very, very good trainer, Star, in this race on Saturday. How good is Chris Waller? His horses just keep delivering, turning up in the mounting yard and turning up on the racetrack. Star of the Seas, we had him sort of held up, working off heels here. A little bit unlucky, maybe not too unlucky, but probably should have won. Gets to the clear and storms home late. Imaging, he's a big, strong, muscular type. He's always quickened over the mile, but he has this in his makeup. He can peak late.
Can peak, of course. All right, so that's one big thing about profiling at the Race Guide.
Yeah, imaging, distance, slight risk. Steady tempo would be great, but big field, strong tempo, bit of risk for sure.
Okay, let's go to Newey because the Cameron was a good form reference for this. Of course, we're looking at Rock here, and look, once this horse got to the outside, big, spacious track, it just won this really well. The Candyman runs on from the back as well, Mike, but as I said off the top, is Rock going as well as he's ever done?
Well, I think so. The rating was through the roof, but when Rock does retire one day, we'll look back on this race and say, this was the perfect race for Rock. Miss Fabulous went electric speed, the big Newcastle track on a soft fire. They absolutely loved it. It will be different on Saturday in a rock hard track.
Rock on the rock hard track. Let's see how he goes.
Like the rock.
The key factors are going to help us, hopefully. Let's have a look at the Epsom here and get this race started because it is a beauty, one of my favourites. It's
a massive headache for me, though. Star of the Seas light him up off that Group 1 run.
Well, look, it is $5 the field for a reason, but the favourite's the one they've got to catch. Who has got progression?
Surely Waller has more up the sleeve for Funstar. Yes. She bounced a couple of lengths first up to second up. She's probably got more to give. Colette can give more as well. And Vanna Girl was only first up last time. She can improve as well. Yeah, so many queries on what Bossy's going to do on Funstar there. Is he just going to take that horse forward from the outside? Of course, we get to the distance. Yeah, a couple of line smashes here. Probabile eats the line. She'll love getting up to the mile, and Vanna Girl as well. Okay, so look, it's only a length here, and look at this. It is absolutely in market order. The handicappers have done their job here, Mike. Track conditions. Yeah, they're all coming off similar track conditions. They should be okay. Okay, so it's still Star of the Seas out by a length, position in run over the mile. It's a very hard race, and if you're partial to a place bet, horses like Mr. Seawolf and Yulong Prince will be near pace on the inside and could run well. I know many viewers out there are, Mike. We tip a few of those up on the show. There is no harm in doing that. My mum loves them. Let's hope Julie gets a collect on the Epsom Maple. Look, we've gone through these. We've seen the ratings. The market, we've pretty much said it is in the right order. I mean, look, they're all trained up for this. Where are we going to go? I think my mum's got a better chance, mate. I'm in a world of pain. This is in market order. The favourite's on top, the second favourite second. It's going to be so hard. Probably, even though she's second top raider, there's less risk for her. Star of the Seas has got the inside barrier, and I know we tipped Looks Like Elvis last week. Oh, third. But he was poorly ridden into the headwind. He can do something on Saturday, I think. Okay, so excuses for Elvis from last week, but Probabile in a great-looking Epsom. Very, very wide, that market. Let's have a look now at the Metropolitan because this is the other Group 1 that we're going to finish the day with. And, of course, how good is Mugatu? That's what we're going to be asking. He has got the top weight of, not the top weight, but he's got 57 kilos. He's $2.70 in the betting. He's all class, strong in the Newcastle Cup. But so was Hush Rider, $7.50, led and kicked in the same race. He gets the nice conditions. He likes the dry track. Brimham Rocks, $8, solid in the Kingston Town latest. Gets to his best trip where he's had 14 starts for 3 wins and 5 seconds. Zabrowski, $9, hit the line well fresh. Haven't seen it at this trip since the ATC Derby when finishing second, right down on 50 kilos. And Rondinella, well, it's been racing pretty well, $14. Mirage Dancer up from Melbourne for this with a big spring ahead. But Mugatu, Mike, how good's this horse? It's a pretty good horse, but this was his hometown cup. Yes. Which he won last time, and If you look at the raceguide.com today, we talk about tempo and pretty simple numbers. We don't worry about 8 lengths above the benchmark, 10 lengths above the benchmark. This was simply a steady tempo with a long sprint home, which is hard for on-pacers to keep going. Hush Rider and Paths of Glory kicked about 600 metres out.
Yeah, they did.
So it set it up for something 4 or 5 lengths behind, and surprise, surprise, the short price favourite swooped. Hush Rider is right in this race on Saturday, I think, Stu.
So you're saying that the favourite that won so well this day just happened to be in the right spot?
I think so. Norway, ran above its SP. He was in the same spot as well. You can see him coming 5th there. He'll run well on Saturday, but he's too short. Okay, too short, $2.70. Well, let's have a look at a few other contenders. There's plenty in this race. We're looking at the Kingston Town just a couple of weeks ago, Mike, and Brimham Rocks is there. Zabrowski's going to get a nice run on pace here. Rondinella, it's been running on well, and old mate Girl Tuesday, well, she just needs every bit of luck every time she goes around. So true. She jumps badly, and then the rest, as you say, is just luck. Which horses we look at? Brimham Rocks, well ridden by Nash this day. Zabrowski. Bowman couldn't even stoke him up, but watch him go through the line. He loves it. And Rondinella running on, but she was keeping Girl Tuesday boxed up on the inside. I think Girl Tuesday is flying, Stu.
Oh, I can't go back there again. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see if the key factors
22.
Steer us into something down in the weights, or is it all up the top of the weights in the Metrop? Mugatoo, though, it's got the form. We can light that up for its Newcastle win. Yeah, just, I think, and Zabrowski goes down 6 kilograms on that run. So he right there, I think, right on his hammer. Yep, right down in the weights. Let's have a look at progression here, Mike. Yeah, Zabrowski's been set for this race, so he definitely improved. Mirage Dance is only 3rd up. He can improve as well. Okay, so Zabrowski levelling up to Mugatoo here, so $9 V, $2.70. And the 2,400 metres, a few get the gold bar here. Mugatoo's been rolled at 24 before. Zabrowski will eat it up. He'll probably like 4 kilometres. Brimham will like it. Mirage Dance has come 3rd in a Caulfield Cup. And Girl Tuesday, look at her 2,400 metre run. She smashed the line. Okay, yeah, love those stays that you just know will stay all day, Mike. Track conditions, only 2 bits of gold here for a good track. Waterhouse is flying, and she gets a rock hard tracker in Hush Rider back to her home track. And Mirage Dancer, he loves a dry track as well. Yeah, it is a big query up from Melbourne. Obviously, the Caulfield Cup and Melbourne Cup in its sights. And, well, we end here with a position in run over 2,400 metres, Mike. And we don't usually give that much gold over 2,400. Yeah, just that could be that long sprint again where the horse is 3 to 5 lengths off the lead is suited. So Hush Rider, Zabrowski, Mirage Dance, Retention Run, they could be in the right spot if they kick 600 metres out. Okay, well, it's taken a while here on Key Factors, but I think we've found a wrong price favourite here in Mugatoo. You've found an edge there for Zabrowski, and of course Mirage Dancer coming up from Melbourne, Mike. And well, the all-in markets, they've taken it. The 270's been taken, but you're against this favourite here. I can smell it. I'm against it, but I was part of the crew that backed Masked Crusader in from $2 to $1.50 last week. So talk about that. Well, I've got to bring it up, don't I? I'm still hurting 7 days later. But Mugatoo will not win on Saturday. Zabrowski can win each way. Mirage Dancer, 3rd in the Caulfield Cup. Big odds for him as well. Yeah, nice big odds. Okay, so it's nice in the Metropolitan there. We've got some value in Zabrowski and Mirage Dancer. Well, let's wrap it up. Race number 9 over 1,200 metres. It's a benchmark 88 to finish, and it's Godolphin that are dominating the betting here with high-low. $3.60 into $3. The Lonro Gelding rattling home behind for Two's Fresh. Looking for the 1,200 metres here. A Theory, $3.20. Absolutely blew them away back onto the dry. No red flags I see in the form guide there with luck in running last start, Mike. And of course, Burning Crown, $8.50. Well-travelled, reliable helmet gelding for Sue Grills. In the money, 15 from 19 starts. We all want to own one like that. And of course, Asherani, $9.50. Resuming, 2 from 3 fresh. Stella Pauline's $9.50, Outclass and the Furious and the T-Rose. And then we've got Handle the Truth, $12. Resuming off 2 trial wins, 4 from 6 wins fresh. Was good through the winter in listed races. But these two, Mike, from Godolphin, they're pretty smart to end the day. They're pretty smart, and a Theory went very, very fast last start. And let's enjoy the poise of Rachel King. Sometimes you don't need brute strength in a fast finish. When the tempo's hot, you just need your horse to relax, to cruise up at exactly the right time and to put them to the sword. She ran an electric time that rated better than Classique Legend on the day, 108.22. And if she simply repeats that, she wins. Yeah, look, some replays, you've just got to look back and say, that was just job done. This horse is flying. That's one of them on Saturday. I still can't believe how easily it wants to. All right, well, let's have a look at Asherani now. We've backed this horse a few times on the show over the years. But look, it's going well for Chris Lees. It's obviously had 18 starts, but it's a winner. It's had 5 wins. Look, it can get held up. It does a few things wrong, Mike, but this was a nice chase this day. Yeah, definitely a pattern horse. It's not the quickest to jump, so it will be midfield at best or back, but it finds Bowman first up.
and I think they figured her out. She's a 1,200 metres to 1,400 metres fresh horse that loves a dry track. She runs on very, very hard and just misses behind Trumbull, which ties in high-low form. She's got similar form to some of the better chances in this race, but she's big odds, Stu.
Yeah, nice seeing a horse attack the line like Asharani does. Well, let's see if we can attack the line to end the day. Race number 9 on Epsom Day. It's going to be a big day out there, Mike, but look at that. A Theory already way ahead.
It's a benchmark 88, but she broke up the field, so you have to give her a monster rating, Stu.
Okay, well, they've all got to catch up. Can anyone do that with progression?
Well, could she improve? I'm not sure if she could. She's only a smaller type, but she could improve. Horse with the progression, Asharani, loves it fresh. Aim Smart, trialled very well. And Farmer's Friend, big upside, but up in grade as well.
Yeah, nice big odds there for Farmer's Friend as well, but they didn't make too much inroads there on one of the favourites in A Theory. Let's have a look at the distance now.
Yeah, high-low brings red hot Masked Crusader form. We love the 1,200 metres. Burning Crown, 900 was too short, and Stella Pauline, 1,400 metres was too far. Okay, so gold there all around A Theory. They're catching up a little bit. Who likes the dry track? Yeah, dry Randwick. Asharani should love it. And Music Edition, a Hong Kong import, loves a firm rock hard track on pace with Nash on.
Okay, so they're putting the heat on late. Do any of those get a really good position in run?
Probably, but enough tempo for all to be fair.
Okay, so A Theory was way out in front as they started, and she ends up with a 2-length lead there in our race to end the day. And well, Mike, you've been pretty confident here. We saw that replay. We know how well she's going. Are we going to wait to the end of the day for the big bet?
I don't know what to do. I think she should be the favourite, clearly, over high-low, because that Masked Crusader form didn't work out, did it? Maybe I'll just back Asharani early at 9.50 each way and have a look at A Theory in the yard. But they're the two best chances for sure. All
right, so it's A Theory there, one of the favourites, and Asharani looks like really good value there in the last on a massive day of racing. There's a look at 5 big races, but stick around after the break. Plenty more coming your way, including our $100 hot seat and, of course, our charity multi. Welcome back to Key Factors, presented by theraceguide.com.au. Epsom Day, Royal Randwick. I'm ready to go. We're going to be out there. It's going to be a great day, Mike. But I'll tell you what, we've had a look at a few of those races, but I know you love looking at these 2-year-olds in the yard on the weekend. That's where you're going to be.
Yeah.
Can we get a tip out of you for those other races?
You can, but I'm only going to be backing, like you just said. You preempted in the last 5 minutes. His 2-year-old's first time to the racetrack.
Yeah.
It's so hard for them. They can get flighty. So there are tips, but wait for Saturday. Let's have a look at the tips for the whole card. The whole 9 races at Randwick on Saturday, starting with Betcha Flying in race 1. A big weight turnaround. It gets discharged in race 1. There's the 2-year-old Enthar and Kalashnikov, the capitalist colt. They're the tips for us on a Thursday night, but wait till Saturday afternoon for sure. Colding, I think the 2,000 metres is all right on a firm track. Dame Giselle, hard to beat. She can sprint best. Nature Strip, just too fast. Probably down the outside. Zabrowski down on 50 kilograms. And A Theory, if she repeats last start, she simply wins.
Okay, a nice spread across the best bets there, Mike.
A lot of sure ones though, mate. A lot of sure
there are, but look, and it is Epsom Day. I would have thought you'd be seeing some value there, but I think we're going to see some value in your $100 hot seat, mate. Is this the way we can make some money on Saturday?
I think so. We're zooming in on 2 races and 2 races only. I think Hungry Heart will get just a little bit out sprinted and Dame Giselle will power clear.
With Dame again. I like it.
Hopefully she hangs on. And then Mugatoo, we were talking to some guys before the show. He is one of the most popular horses around. So we're 2 of the most unpopular blokes around because we're laying him. Zabrowski, Mirage Dancer, Hush Rider Girl Tuesday. Very, very, very hard to beat on a rock hard track.
Okay, well there is a way to play it. You're keen on 2 races there. Let's have a look at our charity multi now. Of course, we're doing it for the Bondi to Berry Ride to Remember for Dementia Australia. Let's start the multi in race 5 because she's been so good to us, Dame Giselle. She's going to be there. She's going to be fighting. $2.80. Nature Strip, yep, you've convinced me, mate. $1.80. Let's jump on board this week. And A Theory, it is absolutely flying. $20 on those at $16.10. And you said it off the top of the show, the first 4 of the last start, of course, we had Dame Giselle, Hungry Heart, Vangelic and Montefilia. And will you just be mad not to do that again? That is in order, by the way, just in case they run those placings
That
again.
was the result last start. That was the order of the ratings. That's a smart bet, Stu. You'd be cursing if you didn't have it on. And what is that? $342 for Dementia Australia and Bondi to Berry, which is
on the way.
Too bad. we've got a special announcement tonight as well, Stu.
We do. One of our long-time viewers, Miles Sonter, unfortunately lost his father, Chris Sonter, last week at the age of 75 to dementia. So the love goes out from the key factors at the Race Guide to the Sonter family. But the one good thing there, Mike, is that they donated $6,300 to our nominated charity. And that is just incredible. It's amazing what racing can do for families, and they have been a long-time racing viewers and long-time key factor viewers.
Racing brings people together. He watched the show every week with his father. He backed a few winners last week because of our tips. So thank you, Miles. Thank you very much.
Yep, love goes out to everyone out there. And of course, have a great day this weekend at Royal Randwick. It is Epsom Day. Head to theRaceGuide.com.au for all your feature profiling. A massive meeting at Randwick.
Good luck on Saturday.